Buenos dias and welcome back to another video, my friends. I hope that you're staying healthy and I hope that you're staying safe wherever you are in the world. Today on the channel, I'm shooting sunrise on the Canon EOS R and the Canon EOS R6. So let me get you into the two shots that I have. Right now I have a photographic time lapse going. That means every 5 seconds I've set this camera on fully automatic just so it's gonna do its thing for shutter speed, for aperture, and for ISO. And I'm gonna shoot for probably a good hour, or as the sun rises over the top of that mountain. Earlier today, or earlier this morning, I pulled out the PhotoPills app and kind of figured out where the sun was going to come up and kind of just put it a little bit askew to that so we're not straight down the barrel into the sun. And we'll see if we can avoid major sun flare, but we'll probably get some as that bright sun comes up. There are no clouds in the sky facing southeast, and that's a good thing and a bad thing when you're doing time lapses, because you liked that kind of chaos in the sky or movement, but that's okay. We'll get through it. We'll see what this gives us in a little bit. But let's go set up this other shot on the Canon EOS R with the 800mm on it, because the shot that I really came out to get was some clear skies, which we've got, and be able to see the snow-capped mountains that we have from the past few rains, or the past few nights rains that we've had. So I've been talking a lot. Let's just go get it. So here's the scene just off this pathway here. I've got the San Bernardino Mountains and I believe the San Gabriel Mountains, but the ones that I really wanted to get were right behind this layer of cloud or cloudiness that's up here. So that doesn't look like it's gonna come to fruition. If I move over this way, you can see downtown Los Angeles way out there. We'll try to shoot that, but that's not that important today. But the reality is we're gonna go and shoot in this direction right here. All right? Okay, so let's try to get some of those snow-capped mountains. So let's get crack-a-lackin'. We're gonna shoot off a few shots here on the 800mm on the Canon EOS R, and we'll do it over the next 45 minutes, so we'll get a lot of different variations, hopefully, and see what we get. And we may even change the lenses off. So currently, I just shot off 4 images at 1/6 of a second. Again, I'm on a tripod. F11, which is a static and the only aperture that you'll have on this lens here. And then I have ISO 100. And essentially, I pan from left to right. And my goal is, with the 800, you have to get a little creative. So my goal here was to shoot a few shots off so I could stitch them together and kind of put together a kind of 16:9 or 3:4 aspect ratio in post. So that's what I'm looking to do. So what I'm also going to do is shoot a 6-shot pano, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to shoot 3 up top and then 3 down below. So let's get that done. So we're starting to get a little bit of color out here on the right side of the mountaintops, which is looking very nice. So again, we're gonna have a variation of shots. And that's just a tip when you're going out to shoot early morning photography or sunset photography, or for that matter, any time of the day photography. And that is just to continue to shoot the same subject over and over different time periods or through different types of weather or what have you, because you may have the same subject, but you will have definitely a different picture and composition. So try that, stay in one area for a while and just try to shoot the heck out of that area and see what you end up liking best, what you can improve on. It allows you to stay in one place and really focus on different compositions. All right, let's walk over here across the way and see how this time lapse is going. This is the current composition and settings on the Canon EOS R6. It looks like it's shooting at 1/60th of a second, f6.3, ISO 100. So it's on fully automatic right up here in the corner. So if you notice my dial, and I just want the camera to do all the work, and we'll see how this turns up. Again, I wish there was more clouds up here in this area, but that's okay. It'll be okay. Looks kind of nice. All right, let's head back over here. All right, the mountains are really starting to get some nice light on them now, so I'm going to shoot maybe a 2 or 3 shot vertical pano this time, just to kind of keep it just in line, and I'll shoot one up top, one in the middle, and one a little bit lower to get some of the foreground element, or a little bit more foreground element. Really, the way I'm facing, there's some lower lying hills, and then a highway or freeway that crosses. I mean, you won't be able to see that in the distance. Maybe if I get a little bit lower on the pano, you will, but that's my best thinking right now. The only other thing when you're out shooting sunset or sunrise photography is you're playing with time here, because the sun will pop out and just light up everything and provide you with a little bit harsher light, which is not the worst thing in the world if you're shooting certain types of photography. It's kind of what you want, maybe some street photography, things of that nature. But for this, you really gotta kind of hustle and be patient all at the same time. Get composed, get your shot, but know that you want to have your next shot in mind, because you want to continue to try to get as many shots, like I said earlier, to compose different images so you can see later on which one your favorite is. So I'm gonna now just take more of a longer pano, maybe a 6-7 shot stitched pano across just the tops of the mountains as they're getting some really nice light. So I found a little bit of a new composition. It just moved from right there to this position right here, just a little bit forward. And what I like about this next composition is it kind of has a V shape of some lower lying hills in front of this shot. And then in the distance, we have some snow-capped mountains being lit up by the sun. So yeah, I think this shot is really nice. I think what I'm gonna do is shoot maybe a 14 shot pano, very much overlapping, 7 across the top, 7 across the bottom. At least that's my best thinking right now, but we'll see how it turns out, see if it comes out. Oh, and by the way, right behind me, yeah, we got some beautiful sun glow. So one of my last shots here today will be to shoot through this kind of bush type tree here and its limbs and leaves. So what I framed out was the tops of this mountain here, and then the lower part of the kind of brownish hills here, and just have some of these leaves kind of obscured on the left side of the frame. Let's see how this one turns out. All right, let's check out and see what's going on here. Current conditions now are 1/400th of a second, f10, ISO 100. And in camera, it's looking pretty good. We've got a little bit of sun flaring. Sun actually came up a little bit more to the right than I wanted, because we are right down the barrel, which is kind of funny because that's not what I wanted, but that's okay. It's gonna be fun to watch that time lapse back. In fact, I present it to you right now. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it here today from the hills of Fullerton, California. It's been nice out here this morning. It's a little bit on the chilly side, but that's okay. It was great to get out and get sunrise. I got the shot that I wanted. I wish there were more clouds behind those mountains to add a little bit of drama, but that's okay. There's always tomorrow. So just remember to shoot multiple shots of the same subject and just get different orientations. Today I shot a lot of panos because I was shooting right here on this 800mm, which is very punched in, but it forces you to figure out unique shots and figure out what you want to do in terms of a single shot or a bunch of stitched or stacked shots. So yeah, I would just advise you to, sometimes we run around and don't have a lot of time and then don't get anything, versus staying in one spot, shooting the same subject and shooting it over and over, and just see what happens. Not all shots are going to be great. You just have to try your best. All right, that's going to do it for me. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Please like this video if you liked any part of it. Ring the bell to notify you of new videos when they are posted, and comment down below and let me know what you thought about this video, or just say hi. I'd really appreciate it. All right, until the next one, I do love y'all. Peace. Of course, as soon as I turned the camera on, the little bird stopped singing, but it was whistling Dixie, and I was trying to get as many clicks as I could. All right, love y'all.